In fishing a Texas rig worm, what is a good rule of thumb as far as your slip sinker weight? How do you determine what size slip sinker to use? What's a good rule of thumb on that? Good morning, guys and girls. Good morning. March 23, reading from the Catch the Day book on the Catch a Better Life channel on YouTube. Jimmy Houston Outdoors, all capital letters. If you're a Facebook person, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel right now. It will change your life for the better. Catch a Better Life. That's the name of the channel on YouTube. Jimmy Houston Outdoors, all capital letters on Facebook. We've got over 31,000 people on that YouTube channel right there. We've got 3 YouTube channels, subscribe to all of them. Over 600,000 people on Facebook. So make sure you get on Facebook, lots of stuff up there. We post over 1,000 videos a year for social media. March 23, looking at the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah 31:33. We have a scripture that we read every single day, a devotional built around fishing and a fishing tip for every day. Post these at 5 o'clock Central Time. Jeremiah 31:33 says, I will put my teachings in their hearts, in their minds, and will write them on their hearts. I'll put my teachings in their minds, and I'll write them on their hearts. You write them on their hearts so you don't forget them. So they're perpetually there. Pat Turner, who shoots camera and runs our production company in Tulsa, has never spent a great deal of time fishing. I mean, he likes to fish, and he fishes, pretty good fisherman, but he's never spent much time doing it. Sure, he gets to fish a couple hours every day after we finish taping a television show. Sometimes, not every day. But most of the time, he's just watching through that camera. However, here's the big deal. He's also learning, he's also observing, and over the last 35 years, he has become one of the most knowledgeable fishermen in the United States. He spent a lot of time fishing with me, spent time in the boat with Roland Martin, spent time in the boat with so many great fishermen. Edwin Evers, Woo Days, I could just go on and on and on and on and on. Wally Marshall, crappie fishing. He spent so much time in the boat with great fishermen. He's learned a tremendous amount of knowledge. Years of taping and editing, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, have filled his mind with knowledge about this game we call fishing, this sport we call fishing, this recreation we call fishing. For similar reasons, it's so important for a person to have a daily working relationship with Jesus. This includes prayer, which is talking to Jesus. This includes Bible reading, which is reading the instruction manual that he wrote for your life and my life. And this also includes, and this is very, very important, fellowship with God's people, being with other Christians. For the most part, we call that church. For the most part, we call that church. Now, we're with other Christians every single day. Most of the time, we know if they're Christian or not. But that's what it includes right there, spending time with God's people. Try this simpler formula, and before long, you'll become far more knowledgeable, and you will understand what God desires for you in every circumstance. How does that work? Well, he puts his teachings in your mind because you're studying his word, his instruction manual. We call it the Bible. And he writes his instructions on your hearts, so you know what to do in all situations. Here's our tip for today. We was talking about slip sinker. How do you determine what size slip sinker to use when you're out there fishing? If you're Texas rig where you have a little slip sinker on the line, you have a hook, and you rig your worm on that hook. And the slip sinker allows you to, when you get a fish on, that fish jumps and tries to get off, slip sinker slides away from it, and you doesn't have that weight to help throw the fish. So that's the main advantage of a slip sinker. Use the lightest slip sinker that you can comfortably fish. Comfortably fish. That's a difficult word for me. The lightest slip sinker that's comfortable for you in your fishing. If it's not sinking fast enough, or you don't feel like you're feeling things properly, you move up to the very next size. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. Fish lucky. And remember, I sure do love you.